Hi there everyone, hope you had a great Saturday. Welcome to today's session, that is June 10, 2017, of the daily vocabulary capsules from the Hindu editorial. This will be presented by me, Abhishek TR, and here's a little information about me. I was born somewhere in the Western Ghats, brought up in Chennai, an engineer, an IT guy, and an ex-officer in a PSU. I've cracked several government exams. I do write extensively on Quora. I'm into books, dosas, treks, and loads of music. Do follow me on Unacademy on this link to catch my next courses. So let's begin for today. The first session, trivia time. Relate the picture with the word. If you've seen the previous section, this will be a piece of cake for you. What is this expression? It looks kind of boring for me. What does boring mean? Formidable, emboldened, humdrum, propping. Do write the answers in the comment section. So in the editorial section, what are we looking at? We have two articles split wide open on UK elections and proper protocol on whose antibiotics classification. The World Health Organization has classified the antibiotics into three sections. Do give it a look. It's kind of important for your mains and your essay section as well. And in the other guys section, we continue the series Crazy Words Part 3. Let's begin. The first word being elicited. Elicited. It means evoke or draw out. Draw out in the sense it can be a reaction, an answer, or a fact from someone. The comedian hoped his jokes would elicit a great deal of laughter from the audience. How do you remember this? A bunch of reactions from the face of an audience. This is how you can remember the word elicit. Second word, thumping. Thumping, very common sentence or a word that is used in everyday conversation and in cricket commentaries as well. You can relate it with thumping victory. The team had a thumping victory. It means an impressive size, something that's a great amount of victory. That was a thumping great story she told. To remember this, always remember our World Cup victory, the thumping victory that we had few years ago. Next word, aloof. Aloof is a word that you will be using in everyday sentence to point your fingers at someone who's not friendly or forthcoming. It could simply mean physically or emotionally. A person who doesn't connect well with people can also be called as aloof. The new kid in our school is aloof and does not talk to anyone. Remember this kid who's simply asking you to talk to his hand, can connect it with the word aloof. Next word, scoffed. To sneer or laugh with scorn. When I say scorn, it means that you're laughing at someone when they put up an idea and you're mocking them with your smile. That is known as scoff. Sometimes people will scoff at your ideas simply because they did not come up with the ideas first. This kind of laugh where you make mockery at someone, that is known as scoff. Next word, swath. Swath means to bind or to wrap. The nurse swathed the wounded soldier's leg in bandages. Swath can be used in articles which can mean a broad strip or area of something. How do you remember that? Look at this farm which has a strip that has been plowed out. So that is how remember swath here. Moving on, a very common word used everywhere, subtle. It isn't pronounced as subtle, it's called as subtle. It simply means hard to notice or see. Example, when I looked at the two shades of blue paint, I saw only a subtle variation in color. When he says subtle variation of colors, he didn't have any idea about the variation, but there was some kind of variation, so that was kind of hard to notice. This is what he's saying here, the shades of the blue paint, which is hardly noticeable. Alright, moving on. Wanted and floundered. Two beautiful words that you can use in everyday sentences. Instead of using the word brag and boast, you can always use wanted. Jeff likes to vaunt his good looks when he goes out on a date. Wanted simply means to the point, bragging. Nothing else, simple bragging is called as wanted. Next word, floundered. Floundered means to act clumsily or confused. When you're confused in an examination hall, you can say that you floundered. How do you use it in a sentence? My father was afraid that I would flounder as I learned to ride a bike, so he never let go of the seat. To remember this, look at this crazy person who's acting clumsily and looks kind of confused. Whenever you're in a confused state, instead of using confused, always use the word floundered. Your vocabulary looks good. Last two words for today. Tumultuous and tangible. Tumultuous simply means loud, excited and emotional. Look at this cat getting all excited when his Guy brought him some ribbons. Oh my god, you got me ribbons? So that is the amount of excitement that could relate to the word tumultuous. The soldiers returned home to a tumultuous welcome from their friends and family. Last word, tangible, again a common one. It simply means real or actual, rather than imaginary or visionary. There is no tangible evidence to support her claim. Alright, that's it for today's vocabulary session, and moving on to the other guy section, crazy words, last part. Sorry about that, part 3. Last few words. Let's begin. Misogamy. People who hate marriages have a title of their own. You can call them misogamy. Second one, a beautiful word, momism. It doesn't mean a love for momos, it means domination by one's mother. Well, you do have a word for that when you're dominated by your mother. You can always say that's momism. Another word that's quite relatable to half of the population these days, mouse potato. A person who spends large amount of their leisure or working time on a computer. If your friend is a mouse potato, warn him about the consequences that he'll be facing in the future. Next one, I never knew there was a word for a sleepwalker. I always thought sleepwalker is the term, but guess what? They do have a word for it. Noctambulistic. Noctambulist. If your mom or your brother is a sleepwalker, write this word noctambulist on a paper and stick it on their forehead. Another one, Peterman. Well, we always thought that the person who robs banks or robs safes is called as a robber, but turns out he's known as the Peterman. Last word for this series, shave tail. It doesn't mean shaving your tails off. It simply means a person who is inexperienced in something. So I guess that is it for today, guys. I'll see you in tomorrow's session. This is Abhishek TR. Signing off today. Do rate, review and recommend this course. If you've got any suggestions or if there's any kind of improvement you want me to do in this course, do drop it in the comment section. I'll look into it and I'll update the courses in the forthcoming classes. Alright, take care and bye bye for today.